stay off topic.
How are you guys doing health-wise?
We're better. We've obviously with the biggest one at running back right now with Michael and David. Both guys have been able to go. I wouldn't say both guys are at 100%, but I think they're a lot closer to 100% today than they were even on Sunday's practice. So that's a positive, and we'll kind of see how that plays out. Other than that, health-wise, I think we're in pretty good shape.
If Kane has to, go ahead.
How much has Mike practiced compared to last week?
Definitely a lot more. So that's a huge positive, and so that's just one of those situations, especially for the position he plays, where you just got to see where he's at and continue to get where he needs to get himself to. So we just work through it every day, but he's certainly a lot better this week than he was a week ago.
Is it a stretch to think that Kane could start?
Oh, no, I definitely don't think it's a stretch. It's one of those situations where I think we'll have a lot better feel for that, come the next 2 days. But I think we'd be equally confident if Kane was to start. It's a situation we'll just work through. But, I think the best case scenario is we got all three available to us and all three are ready to play in the game.
It sounds like you've talked to these guys about the drought in terms of how long it's been since they've won a Big 12 game on the road. What was the idea of bringing that up?
Well, again, I think just for me is to educate our football team, and that's a long time, and it's a situation for us where you go in on the road, and I think we want to continue to build our program where we want to build it, and that's certainly something that our kids need to know the reality of it and what it takes in terms of practice throughout the week and to play your best on the road. We've been able to play good football at home, but we haven't gotten over the hump at home very much either. So I think the reality is educate them, understand it's a different environment. When you go in and play on the road, and what it takes to lead up to that to go play our best football.
Based off your game plan, have you figured out who you want to start at quarterback on Saturday?
Yeah, we usually go through the end of the week to kind of feel for it. I think the reality of this game is we'll need both to play really well for us to to have success and consistently move the football. To be honest with you, they present some different challenges in terms of their personnel that we got to be able to have both guys playing at their best.
What's the challenge of a team like Kansas where the wins haven't been there? They've not necessarily been close in a lot of these games, but they've played competitively early. I guess what is the biggest thing going into a game like that you look at? Well,
geez, we got the same record, so I think the reality for us is you look at this team, this Kansas team, and we had watched a little bit of them a year ago, and they're a completely different football team. They're so well improved, especially you look at their defensive line, probably one of the better defensive lines we played against, to be honest with you, so far this season. So there's a lot of challenges out there. I think they kind of jump off the film in some ways, and to be honest with you, you look at their home games, and they played really well at home. TCU, obviously they played really well with Oklahoma State, and so they're a football team that presents plenty of challenges for our football team, and I think our kids see that when you turn the film on. You watch this football team play right now, and you even go to the Oklahoma game. Played really well in the first half of that game, and then just some special teams plays kind of broke the game open.
Kansas has given up 6 or so scrimmage plays of 60 yards or more. Can you get is some of that out there for you guys? What has to happen for you guys to kind of take advantage of that?
Well, I think the biggest thing from their end of it is equal to them giving up some big plays. The one thing that jumps off the film from them, Randy, is they do a great job of creating big plays defensively. I think they've, you look at the TCU game, 5 turnovers, and they've turned the ball over a lot against the teams they played. And so I think sometimes for them, it's, they may leave some big plays out there because they're willing to come after it at times, and they create a lot of big plays. So I think the biggest thing for us, as much as worrying about the big plays, is making sure we do a great job of taking care of the football, because I think that's where they present such a challenge. Is that front can really create havoc on the quarterback, and it's caused a lot of turnover. So we got to be really disciplined in this football game.
Any other questions?
Awesome. Come on, you got anything for me? You just got here. Come on, I don't want you to get in trouble.
How's everything good health-wise?
Yeah, health-wise, I would say